We have worked hard, strived hard, to establish all of you, my family, on the thrones of Britain and beyond. And now that you have taken your place, now that your strength grows, I want to assure all of you that you can depend on me. I, as the head of your family, I, as the leader of this dynasty, will not forget you. I will support you and defend you whenever the need arises. Hello and welcome, connoisseurs of Crusader Kings 3, friends of the channel and newcomers alike. We are here once again in Old Cornwall with King Ecgfert the Beautiful. I just wanted to mention the fact that I'm sorry that there is no sound effect track for this episode. It got corrupted during the recording, so I had to cut it out in post. I know it's weird, but there's not much I can do about it. I really want to take the Isles so that we can just finally consolidate all of this, but I don't have a Kasai Bali against him, and I'm not really, I don't think it's a priority to work on that right now. So here in Brittany, it's time. I'm not going to put it off anymore. I said at the end of last episode we would do it right away, and we're going to do it right away. I'm tired of the messes that these guys cause. I'm not even going to be able to fix the situation in Wales because frickin' I can't grant a vassal to an independent king or queen, so I guess we're just gonna have to make him independent and hope that she picks him up, and if she doesn't, maybe Cerneu Gladeth will get it. Yeah, we're gonna invite every single one of our allies to this war that's on the continent. It just seems like I want this done, okay? It's simple, I just want it done. My hope is that this is just gonna be a series of simple, straightforward sieges with nothing crazy. I don't want him to send guys to my territory overseas or anything. Could you just comply and roll over and let us have it, please? It would be for the best for all of us. I mean, your family has not really done very well with this territory. You haven't grown any. You lost the north coast to the barbarians long ago. So if you just let this happen. Conan has come of age. He is a level 3 marshal. That's okay. That will do. It does feel like education is a little harder now since the wards and wardens thing. I'm giving these people really good guardians, and they're kind of only doing okay. Hopefully we can figure out how to make that better. Sometimes I don't know. I could be imagining it. We're just gonna send this army up here so while we finish. Ooh. A ring. This ring is Al Jabal. This ring is adorned with a great ruby known as Al Jabal, or the mountain. The stone is unparalleled in size, and it is said to be the ring itself that has been worn by the Suzerain emperors of Persia. Ooh, that's really cool. I'm glad I invested in that. I mean, I don't know if I have a place to put it. Let's just take a little minute here and try to figure out if we got a spot for this. I need to keep my Excalibur. Probably need to keep the prize urn. Yeah, this is good. That's not up. We have our poem, The Wrath of Old Cornwall, of course. Maybe we replace The Wrath of Old Cornwall with this? Yeah. That seems about right. I think that's better than The Wrath of Old Cornwall. Let's do it like that. That's a really cool ring with a pretty cool history to add to our already pretty cool court, to be honest. Yeah, I wonder if he's gonna flee us. It doesn't look like he is yet, but you never know with these guys. If we could kill him, though, that's probably gonna make this war almost in the bag. Our allies haven't even shown up yet. And we got him. And here's our allies, too. Things aren't going that well for Brittany. We've destroyed his main army. Pretty much it's just sieges to the end now. I think we've got this. Where did that? Oh, the sneaky bugger has formed a tiny little army to try to kill my siegers. I need those siegers. Hopefully oh, what is this? There's a scheme. Someone is trying to kill Guy de Cor. He must be one of my French knights. Not so sure about this. I really hope our allies get in there in time to stop this travesty from happening. All right, so we have befriended our nephew, Duke Athelsiege of Nustria. Finally, that should be the last of our uncounseled vassals. Now we want to try to befriend all of our vassals because 20% flat bonus to their tasks is really good, and it's a bonus I oftentimes leave on the table because I've got other things to do, but this time we're gonna try to go for it. I probably should be doing something about the low control in Devon. Oh, he moved his army. We moved his tiny little, missed his tiny little army. Look at it, it got away, it got away. That's fine, I don't think it matters. I think when these sieges are done, this war is ours, one way or another. Tiny little army or not. I can't just let such a tiny little useless army exist. I gotta try to kill it. I gotta try to stamp it like the bug that it is. Luckily we had enough troops in our larger army to just split something off to deal with that, so I don't have to keep looking at that 12 running around there like it matters. Oh, there's prisoners to ransom. I was about to say there's nothing here, but we definitely have prisoners. We caught somebody in that tiny little army that made it so that we won the war, but we're not accepting that form of victory. We would rather have the money. I'd love 100 gold. Nothing like 100 gold to make me feel better about my treacherous warmongering. Oh, look at that. Actually, it looks like I was just straight out wrong. We're still winning the war, which means that guy was just worth 100 gold, and we won the war from war score. There we have it. Brittany is now integrated, and we now control basically all of the northwest point of the continent. I own this. This is mine. I have a claim to this because I have a claim on, I think, all of Poitiers. So we're just going to take that from him. It's not tyranny to do so. It sucks that we have to make this guy independent and hope that Wales figures this out on their own. I don't really want to, but I don't plan to keep it. I'd prefer it go back to Wales, and if Cerneu Gladeth picks it up before she does, then that is just her problem. Oh, we got so many artifacts from Brittany, so much cleanup to do, but we do now have a new guy who's our count. Brittany is now totally under us. We're never going to be able to give him Wessex back, though. And he's going to hate us for a while, and it's fine. It just has to be accepted. That's just how things roll out sometimes, my friend. You and your drunken family keep getting drunk and doing silly things, and we have to clean you up. Now the question is, what do we do about Montague? I could hand it to someone in Brittany, but then when I eventually take Poitiers, which of course I will because I have a claim to it, I will have to break up the de jure duchy, which will not be clean and will not be pleasant. So I think we're going to have to give Montague to an independent ruler that we pick. I could just give it to him. No, it has to go to an independent ruler. So we pretty much got this down to one of our knights who is both loyal and and French. We have a couple of French knights who are young enough that they'll be able to have kids and are pretty loyal. I would prefer to take a younger man if I can, someone that I can find a good wife for. So I've selected this guy, Maurice de Cresson, and we are going to marry him to someone from our family, just like a random cousin. And that should make everything work out the way we want it to. Let's just wait till the marriage goes through, and once the marriage goes through, we will grant him Montague. Yes, I don't know what I'm going to do about Poitiers. I want it, but I don't know if I want it like now want it, or if I'm going to wait a bit. I probably should wait. I mean, Aragon is not that strong. Oh, somebody wants us to help them in our war. Okay, who is this? This is Wales, and she has a tyranny war against Prince Ricat. Of course she does. Of course he thinks he should have it back, or that it should be removed, or that whatever happens, happens. We did promise to support these weaker family members. We are basically the heart of the family right now. Without them, without us, they don't have a chance of succeeding. So we pretty much have to agree to this. Yeah, we pretty much have to agree to this because she will not win on her own. Okay, let's just raise... I think we're just going to raise our men-at-arms for this. I don't think we need all of our levies. That would just be a waste of money. So let's just raise our men-at-arms here in Gloucestershire and go up there and finish this war for her as quickly as possible. This definitely means we're not going to be doing Poitiers anytime soon, that's for sure. Hopefully we can get this done pretty quickly and get back to that. I hope. Poitiers might be our very last war of conquest. I don't know, I haven't officially decided yet. There is still the Isles in the north if no one picks them up, and maybe we conquer Ireland at some point. Okay, I guess not last by a long shot. I've been thinking for a while that I want to change over to mangonels to get them done faster because I want to replace my onagers. I have an open men-at-arms slot, so I'd like to replace my onagers while that slot is open, so I can just create onagers, then delete the, not onagers, so I can create mangonels and then delete the onagers afterwards. These are going to happen super fast anyway, so that's what we're going to do. Let me see. Who is this guy and what is this event? A little language. Greetings, my handsome king, Tachifa says, spreading his arms. I am very interested in the upbringing of your son, Conan. You see, I speak Gurdilic, a language that I believe would be most useful for him to learn. He explains, in a genuine tone, I just need coin and quills, ink, parchment, and some personal compensation, of course. Yeah, I don't think we're going to do this. It's really expensive, and I think we're just going to take the stress and tell him to go away. Our son can figure this out on his own, diligent or not. I mean, us diligent. Our son isn't diligent. We still have some gold to get from prisoners here, and our head of faith is also going to give us a donation that is very likely going to pay for our mangonels, which is going to be great because we really do want to get those done. And I don't know why they call him the Fat. I've noticed this before. He is obese. I don't know why. I have a bug that's making it so I can't see these. It may be from one of my mods, but I think that Red Heart is probably obese, so somehow he's athletic and obese, which is a little hard. Our grandson here needs a education. I guess we leave him diplomatic, and then maybe we could do it ourselves. I don't know if I want to do it myself. This guy's pretty good though. That could be worth it. Let's just get this knight to do it. That's fine. Oh, no, the priest. We'll get the priest to do it. That actually makes a little bit more sense. He is Anglo-Saxon, though, which isn't as good. We'll get the priest to do it, I think. Yeah. And that means it's time to buy us some mangonels. Okay, so we have befriended our marshal, which is great. Another war. Scotland is having trouble with some Irish rebels here. Some little kid. We're going to help them out because, of course, we left them in a position where if we don't help them, they won't survive. I don't want these kingdoms to explode. I mean, if my goal was to create an empire in the islands, I would want them to explode. Let's just take Carefree. But I don't want that. I want my kingdoms. I want my whole family to rule kingdoms. That's the whole point, right? We have all these nice portioned kingdoms we made, and Ireland is in rebellion or at war. I think Ireland is actually in war with us. One of the wars with us. This is, yeah. We're basically managing this ourselves. I don't think these guys over here are part of that war, though. I think it's just, it's a much smaller army that we should be looking out for. Oh yeah, that guy right there. He probably actually has this handled. And there it is, victory in Scotland, and we did literally nothing. You can ride my horse, bud. That's fine. Maybe it'll help you. I don't know. Actually, that's one of our dukes that likes us. I think it's one of our French dukes. Sure thing. I mean, we do have a kingdom-famous horse, after all, so it makes sense that people will want to ride him. Let's just get these people out of our prison. We don't need them for anything. The war in Wales is getting closer to being done. Okay, we have hereditary rule. That gives us high partition. And we're getting close on those mangonels as well. We have so many artifacts in our inventory now, both from our conquests and our defenses of Cerneu territory on the islands. Still, we're doing a good job, I think, of holding together the Grand Alliance. We've actually expanded it if you consider Scotland now to be part of it. That's pretty good. I hope she ends this war soon, though, because I'd like to be able to disband my troops. Let's befriend our spy master now. That'll really be helpful. We're almost through. Well, that's not true. We got our marshal and now our spy master. That'll be it now. So we have begun the process of creating a domain in the north. Oh, remembering the past. Yes, it was a good birthday, I remember. We still have the lucky coin, even though I don't really use it for anything anymore. Yes, the young lady that our son is married to has inherited huge chunks of the territory up here in future Sweden, which is good, but she is just so bad. I would like to find someone to teach her. You know, maybe not. Maybe I don't want to send someone over there. No. If I could send her, if I could send her betrothed, my son. No, he's one of my knights. I need him here. Yeah, so he is going to become king, and because they gave this girl to us matrilineally, and we made good bet, not matrilineally, in a normal marriage, we made a good bet, and we're gonna have Swedish Cerneus up here, assuming that we can hold the territory, and I am being literal about that. There is no way that child can handle it. It's going to be on us. How many wars we can fight at once is going to be the limit of how much of this stuff stays the way we want it to be. Another one. We literally just disbanded our troops, and more Welsh vassals are in rebellion. Well, our armies crush the rebels up there in northern Wales. We're going to finally get around to, not get around to, we literally just learned this a few minutes ago. We're going to get around to building those mangonels. Not onagers. We have onagers. We want mangonels. For the 0.3. That's going to be real nice. So let's just do this. Let's build them. And then we want to maximize the unit size, which is going to take a big chunk of our money away. And then once that's done, we will disband those old onagers. We won't. We'll wait till the war is over, obviously. We're not going to disband them while we're still at war. We're using them right now. We're going to give these guys a chance to build up while we finish the war, though, which will be nice. They'll be ready for the next one. Yeah, that temple is definitely the right idea. And I think we're going to build a blacksmith in Devon as well. Just, like, upgrade this. That's the best. Well, there is one alternative. I was thinking of getting a siege works in Gloucestershire. This war. I hope this war ends soon. I don't want to be here forever. These damn Welsh vassals are all rebelling just because I put a weak queen in. Oh. Let's see how much this costs. So if I remove that blacksmith, I will have enough money for this. Yeah, I think we're gonna do this. But also, is it worth it just to make our new mangonels a little bit stronger, or is that blacksmith worth more? I mean, the blacksmith will make us more money, but I think we're gonna do the siege. Let's just remove this blacksmith here. Is this gonna be enough? You think this is gonna be enough? I can't remember what I had before. We're just gonna have to cancel it and find out. Yeah, let's just cancel it. Okay, we got a few months before we can build this after all, so that's fine. But I noticed something awful. The thing I predicted would happen happened. If you look there, you can see Cerneu Cerneu Gleth took the piece of Wales that was independent. Oh well. Can't win them all. They have gotten so big. Like, I mean, they're so big. Now that they've taken this, they just, like, they dwarf Wales. Poor Wales. Wales and Scotland, they're barely around anymore, but we're still good too. And somebody's got to do something about this. Maybe I should try to get this claim before Cerneu Gleth takes it and makes it their own, because those guys are pretty aggressive. I mean, they're not as aggressive as I originally thought they were going to be, but they still have taken chunks of Scotland. You know? Oh, Ireland split up. That's a thing. I wonder what happened there. What are you doing? Wales, what are you doing? How do you think that's a good idea? The war is going to end while you're just piddling around doing some kind of little siege up here. Oh, this is definitely the Duke of Brittany verifying his oaths. He hates me still, but he probably thinks that if he doesn't, I might do something worse to him, which is absurd. I have no plan to take his titles away from him. Maybe the two armies together will actually make that siege relevant, but I doubt it. Okay, I can't let this happen. It's not in me. I'm gonna raise up an army here and we're just gonna crush these guys. Just gonna show them why they shouldn't be doing what they're doing. Like, every single one of my... Oh, never mind. Apparently she won the war. I don't know how that happened. Oh, she captured him. Ah, good. Well, you know, that made those troops a little bit irrelevant, but that's fine. We don't need to worry about that. There anything in here we need to do? Nope. Looks all good. Let's just deal with our little military problem. We're going to get rid of these onagers. We probably should station the new mangonels first at the mines in Gloucestershire. Right there. And now that we've stationed these guys, there's... I'm sorry, I was just wondering if any place else would be better, but of course not because of the mines. We'll just get rid of those onagers permanently. That'll save us some money. Once we have some money again, we'll build some stuff up. But the other thing we're going to do is build these siege works to make those guys even better. We are going to probably have the best siege engines in all of Western Europe soon. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Should I develop capital? I mean, I can stomach it, so I'm gonna. It'd be nice. I'd love to see this go up faster. We're almost at 30, which is pretty cool. It is actually starting to contest our university in Oxfordshire, who is 32. Befriend the dance. So we are now friends with our spy master, which is good. Should probably do our steward next. Actually, how old is he? Oh, he's infirm and old. Yeah, we're not going to do him. We'll wait till the new guy takes his place and befriend our chancellor. Makes a whole lot more sense. Most likely, we just don't have the time left to get to know that guy. So our ally in Germany wants us to go to war with our friend and also ally in Lotharingia for the Duchy of West Francia. I have mixed feelings about this. I probably am going to have to suck up the fame loss because I just don't think it's right for me to choose between them. If it was up to me, I would make a game rule where if both people share an ally, that ally just would just sort of stay neutral. And even though the AI will never act that way, I would prefer to act that way. So yeah, we're just gonna stay out of this. We're just gonna stay out of this. I love Thuringia. What a great kingdom. You've been around for a long time, and we've been allies with like 5 generations, I think, almost 4 or 5 generations of your family. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we wouldn't betray him. We wouldn't pick a side in a war like that. That's for sure. All right, so let's do our athletics and our journaling events just so that we can get rid of the stress from developing our capital. Get rid of the rest of these guys from our prison to make a little bit of extra money. I don't know what we're going to spend that money on. I think we're going to save it for a bit. I do want a new military unit. I'm not even sure what it's going to be yet. You, sir, can just go. Thank you very much. We don't need to see you here anymore. I think things have gone pretty well. You gotta say, I do want Poitiers, and I do feel like maybe I should just do it right away. This old guy here. Excommunication war. Those are actually pretty rare to see. But I'm not super invested in busting his kingdom up. I am much more invested in just taking Poitiers. Are we ready to do this? I mean, I do inevitably have to do this, and I do need the territory. I gotta start giving these territories out, these like individual ones, to my sons, because yeah. Thing is, usually we're doing the kinds of Kasei ballets that keep ourselves intact. I am thinking that maybe we're going to be switching over to high partition soon. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about Brittany. It might be okay if Brittany falls. Like, I don't actually care. This has been an independent kingdoms game. I'm perfectly happy with one of my sons becoming the independent king of Brittany. On the other hand, if I use a high partition, that title won't be formed. And if it's already formed, I can just destroy it, and then that'll keep everything inside our territory. Really don't want to take a chance that we lose Wessex. I don't think we will, though. Not from the experience we had last time. I'm pretty sure that Wessex will stay. I mean, unless he moves his capital, that could affect it. Anything specific we want to do in here? No, it's still quite a while before we're going to be able to get... It's not high partition, it's partition. Before we can get a high partition and just get rid of all these weird successions altogether. He won't do it. The Duke of Brittany won't do it. He won't do it. Which means we have to change his mind about us because he hates us. The only thing we could do to get this to happen is get him to change our mind. Or we could try to get a hook against him. Because I think you can use a hook to force them to vote with you on things like that. I mean, we did screw him over pretty bad, so talking him over would be following in our grandfather's footsteps. We do remember his training from when we were a kid, even though we are a little bit more aggressive than he was. Aggression is just more our truth, you know. We just got to be honest about who we are. We want to take some territory. We we want to convert some France. You know, it's just a thing that happens. I think, though, I don't know. I don't want to give him any of the any of the artifacts. I don't have enough money to bribe him. So we're going to have to wait until after we finish with our council, and then we can consider starting to sway him and maybe befriend him, which will convince him to do it. Oh, what is this? This kid. We went to all that no work to make it so that our sons would inherit all this land up in the north. And what do we get? We get people trying to ruin our plans. Well, we have committed to going to war to help all of these different people who we put in their places, because without us helping them in their wars, they're pretty weak. They really can't stand up for themselves. So we're just going to have to continue with that and go. I guess we're just going to have to go. I think what we're going to do is we're going to gather an army that consists of the Hospitallers again, who have been doing a lot of fighting in the north because of us, which is pretty fun. And then we're just going to put all of our knights and a small amount of our men-at-arms in it so that it's a super cheap army, and we're going to do it that way. I don't want to invest more than that. I think we can win her a little war with just some Hospitallers, our knights, and maybe our Huscarls. So let's just set all that up. I think let's start. Okay, let's just move this tiny little army filled with knights over there, and then we will merge them, and we'll send them north. You know, I have actually enjoyed using the extraordinarily efficient holy orders to get this stuff done for us. I think that's pretty cool. I don't know if I want to pay for it to embark. I guess we have no choice. I guess we're embarking. So let's just let it happen. Let's just send them up there. They can land, they can kill some stuff, they can win her war. We can keep that so that her children eventually take over and there'll be our Cerneus in the north. I gotta like that. It's kind of neat. Actually, it's really kind of cool. And I have some thoughts about it if it does play out, but I don't want to talk too much about those thoughts until it plays out, right? Yeah, I think we've got this. This is going to be no problem at all. We maybe brought more than we needed to. I am glad that we added those knights and stuff, though, because it did raise the quality of the army, which will help against these little 2-star bronze armies. You know, make these fights happen a little faster. Oh, my wife, her leprosy. You know, she's lived actually quite a long time with leprosy, and she's still doing fine. We're gonna let her decide, as we always do. You know, it's up to her. I'm actually really glad that she's lived this long. You know, it's sad that our wife got leprosy, but it's nice that we've actually still been able to spend time with her. We do have a great affection for our wife, after all. She is an important person in our life, and that didn't change just because she got sick, that's for sure. All right, let's end this episode off with a hold court. Sitting on my throne, I gesture for my guards to open the doors of the hall. A stream of people file in, some lining up in front of my throne, while others move out of the way so they can simply observe the proceedings. Let's begin. My son and heir, Reese, approaches with a spring in his step. Oh, he wants us to do one of these collection things. He wants us to show off our collection. You know, usually I avoid doing these because I don't want to get robbed, but to be fair, we have a huge collection at this point, and getting a little robbed actually wouldn't be that bad. We actually have redundant items in many cases, things that we could just replace with another thing and it would be fine. So why don't we just take the money? The prestige is good too. No, we need money way more than prestige. So let's just take the money. This is good. So for 3 years, we'll get an extra 3% gold. That's just fine. Public accusation. Reeve Osric and his courtier approach cautiously, wary of the assembled court. My lord, I am sure someone in the kingdom is trying to harm my courtier. I have no evidence, but I suspect Reeve Sin Portal, given his reputation for villainy. You know, these guys always accusing each other of stuff, and I don't know whose side to take. These people aren't actually that important to me. I definitely... You know what? I'm a good king. I value honesty. I'm not gonna just say that it doesn't matter, so I'm gonna try to find out. And if he talks his way out of it, he just talks his way out of it. That's fine. And if we imprison him, it's his fault, you know, for actually having done the wrong thing. But most likely, he's just gonna get a little mad. But you know, I have no real reason to trust him. And he says he didn't do it, and we believe him. So that's fine. That's fine. It's just a little bit of prestige. Okay, so Reeve Othelswine believes that her city is the best city, and Reeve Othelweld believes that she is a buffoon. Wait. What? Oh, it's the rivalry event. Yeah, the two cities are fighting against. She thinks she has the best borough in Hawaii. He thinks that his city is the best, and I think we're gonna just... of these choices, I think we're probably going to take the stress and try to end their rivalry. I think that is the best for everybody. If this ends, it'll be much... Oh, wait, no stress for ending their rivalry. So let's do that one. Let's end their rivalry. It's a 93% chance. Let's hope that they have, in fact, made peace with each other, which is good, and that ends another successful court and another successful episode. Look at that. Our war continues up here. The Hospitallers are helping us do some sieging. Oh, I also put the Mangonels into that unit. I didn't mention it, but I did. Let's see what else we have happening. Well, we still got Poitiers to chase down here, you know. I think that might be the end of our campaigns in the south. Oh, and we get to end the episode on a note. A wonderful note. We now have a new friend. It is our Chancellor. So from him, I think we're going to move on and... Oh, we don't want to go to this grand wedding. We're going to move on and we're going to finish our last position. Well, the steward is still there. He's pretty old, so we'll probably let him go. Maybe now is the time then to grab Brittany. But with that, I think this episode is over. Thank you for watching, and I hope you join us again next time. We are here in grand old Cornwall, trying to hold together all the family holdings, trying to be the true leader of the dynasty, winning wars for everybody in our family who can't, and putting people on thrones. Goodbye for now.